Hey everybody, welcome back to the GEMS podcast. Another highlight for FDIC coming up in April. I am joined by my good friend, Shane O'Donnell, to tell us a little bit about himself and about the classes he's going to be teaching at FDIC in April. Shane, to you, sir.
Oh, thank you. So I'm incredibly stoked for this. I got a couple classes that I'll tell you guys about, but first, super brief plug. I've been in EMS for about 15 years. I'm a flight paramedic for a flight service in upstate New York, where I reside, Mercy Flight Central. In my full-time gig, I'm the deputy chief of CHS Healthcare, which is an EMS agency. We do about 16,000 calls and everything from interfacility transport to ground critical care. So I get to manage a lot of really smart people who love doing their job. So I have the best gig ever.
Awesome.
And then a couple things about, you want me to go and talk about the classes, Mike?
Yeah, man.
Dive right
So
in.
let's point of care ultrasound. I'm excited. Like I'm
Yeah.
pumped. So
So
4 hour hands-on training. What you got?
yeah, so this is gonna be super cool. I think there's a lot of videos that you can go on and watch on YouTube to learn about point of care ultrasound. And you can go on and see a lot of the probes have a bunch of education and stuff that you can see online, but it's really hard to pick up ultrasound unless somebody's sitting next to you and saying, hey, let me guide your hand, let's look for this. Oh, that's a great image. And it's really challenging for EMS to get those repetitions. It's really hard to find facilities and hospitals that will let you go in and just do a bunch of scanning with a subject matter expert next to you. So instead, we're going to bring them to you and do a bunch of live scans on people. So throughout the class, we're going to teach a concept, do like a brief classroom session, and then we're going to break out and you guys will get your hands on a bunch of ultrasound probes. Go from having to guess with some physical assessment skills, right? Like listening to lung sounds and saying, are these crackles related to somebody's pulmonary edema and heart failure, or is this pneumonia? But being able to take a probe instead and put this on somebody's chest and make really high-end decisions in a quick fashion that have a huge outcome in patient care. So really stoked to bring that. It's one of my favorite things to teach, because once you see the light bulb go off in people and say like, this isn't bad, it's much easier than 12 lead acquisition and trying to figure out what all the squiggles mean. Much easier.
Awesome, man. And I am so excited because I really think this is going to be the stethoscope for providers that are coming into the field now. It's just, fast forward in their career a little bit. It's just going to be what everyone has and what they're utilizing. And we're continuing to uncover more and more uses of ultrasound in the pre-hospital setting. So I'm excited for people to get this opportunity. If you're looking to implement ultrasound, you want to get some hands-on experience, this is a great way to do it. So after you get done working your fingers to the bone, teaching these ultrasound classes, you've got a classroom session as well.
Yeah. So the big focus of this is it's critical care. It's a critical care class, but the big push is it's not related just to going from hospital to hospital, right? We often think about critical care and say, I'm going to take somebody out of an ICU and drive an hour or fly them an hour and then bring them to another ICU and try not to interrupt that level of care in between. And hopefully everything goes well in between. But a lot of the things that you do in critical care medicine and taking care of really sick people in an ICU translate to their bedroom. So a really good example it would be like a deep understanding of vasopressors, the medications that bring people's blood pressure up. Super important in an intensive care unit. But when you're presented with somebody who's near death in their bedroom, it's also really important to them. So having an understanding of not only how do I use this proper medication, but what are things that I can take from the intensive care unit to this person's bedroom. So ultrasound's an easy one because we already talked about it, but things like IV pumps. Not every service in the country has access to an IV pump. They're really affordable at this point and incredibly safe, or make medication administration incredibly safe. So taking concepts of not only disease process and a bunch of the medications and pharmacology, but also some of the equipment and things that you can translate from the ICU and bring them to your patient's bedside and make a huge difference in some of these patients' outcomes.
Yeah, absolutely, man. When I was reading submissions, this one really caught my eye because it's something that I'm very passionate about. Because just because someone calls 911 from their home doesn't mean they have any need for any lower level of care than what a interfacility transport would potentially take us to. You couple that with more and more, people choosing to age in place, and we're seeing
Hmm.
more and more advanced illnesses at home. People that are in their own homes and needing to call 911 much sicker than what we've experienced in the past. So I'm just really excited for this class to be coming to FDIC in April, and it's joining an all-star lineup, and we're happy to be having you at FDIC. So
Yeah, I'm
can't
honored
get
to be
here soon
part of it.
enough.
Yeah, I can't wait. Honored to be part of it and hang out with everybody.
Awesome. Well, thanks. I appreciate your time today, Shane. And you said the first round was on you, and anybody can find you. Is that right?
Yeah, right after Mike buys dinner for everybody, you can find us out there. Free water on the house.
Hey, thanks a lot, Shane. Have a good night.
Absolutely, you too, man.